Welcome to RunRank's monthly update, your one source to latest information on the world of athletics. We encourage you to check out the links in the description below to read more about these stories. The month kicked off with results from the Bowerman Track Club inter-squat meet in Portland, where the meet was structured as a 4-meet race. A highlight of the meet was the women's 5,000 meters, where Elise Cranny ran a 14:48.02, Courtney Freericks ran a 14:50.06, both the 7th and 8th fastest 5,000 meter times in U.S. history respectively. In the men's race, Sean McGorty ran what was at the time the world-leading time with a 13:11.22 to just beat out Grant Fisher's 13:11.68 and Evan Yeager coming at 13:12.12. In the 1,500 meters, Shelby Houlihan ran a world-leading 4:02.37 over Krista Schweitzer's 4:02.81. Josh Thompson on the men's side ran a 3:39.66 to barely beat out Lopez Lamong at 3:39.66 and Mohamed at 3:39.84. Next on the dock, we had the Big Friendly. The meet featured runners from the Oregon Track Club Elite and Pete Julian's Nike-sponsored training group. We saw Craig Engels run a 1:48.55 and Chanel Price clocked in at 2:01.47, both earning them wins at the 800-meter event. But the standout performance belonged to Donovan Brazier.
And Donovan Brazier, about 2:42. Donovan Brazier still sitting on the end of that pack there. Will Paulson takes the front, and then Vinciati. Here goes Donovan Brazier. Donovan Brazier making a big move. He's now getting into the open or the final straight. He's got a big gap here. Wow, 3:36. 3:39 for Vinciati and Will Paulson. 3:35.85 for Donovan Brazier,
who smoked a 3:35.85 personal best in the 1,500 meters and made it look easy, closing with a 52.13 last lap. Brazier looks to be in top form, and it would not surprise to see him challenge for the world record at the 800-meter distance in the near future. What do you guys think? Will Brazier be the next man to break the 800-meter world record? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Our next action came from the Inspiration Games. Here we witnessed one of the most idiosyncratic moments in track competition history. Noah Lyles clocked a 18:90 in the 200-meter event, which would have shattered the previous world record. Turned out that Lyles started at the wrong spot and actually ran only 185 meters, meaning Usain Bolt's 11-year-old 200-meter world record will live on for a little bit longer.
And the others are, maybe a second. That cannot be right. That cannot be right.
Saying the exact same thing.
Wow. 18.91.
Let's take a breath.
Cannot be right, can it?
Also at the Inspiration Games, we saw a not often ran 150-meter race between American Allison Felix, Shauna Miller-Ebo, and Mujinga Kabunji. With Miller-Ebo, the prohibitive favorite, coming in, it turned out to be a comfortable victory for Allison Felix, where she earned the win with a time of 16:81 over Miller-Ebo's 17:15 and Kabunji's 17:28.
It's going to be very tight indeed between, well, all three of them in the end, but maybe Felix got it, 16:82.
Next, we head back to Portland for the second Portland inter-squad meet. Here, Shelby Houlihan followed up her world-leading 1,500-meter performance earlier in the month by absolutely crushing the American record at the 5,000-meter distance with a time of 14:23.92. To add even more intrigue, Houlihan's training partner and American rival Krista Schweitzer also broke the previous standing mark as she came in with a time of 14:26.34.
The last lap was a 69, and here goes Houlihan as Cranny will yield, and this is down to the big two who are chasing the time.
Trying to gear them up for these final 2 laps.
800 to go at 12:16.
And Houlihan, and for a lot of races in the last few years for Shelby Houlihan, she has not heard footsteps from behind, but she does now with 200 to go.
64 was the last lap. But Houlihan has some left in the tank. She looked much more comfortable the last 400 or 500, and she's got it at the end. And Shelby Houlihan is going to name the number, and this will be the world best this year.
Well, Bob, not only the world's best, but a new American record for Shelby Houlihan, 14:24.
As if that wasn't enough for one meet, we got to witness some more magic in the men's 5,000 meters as well. Mohamed destroyed any expectations by blasting a world-leading 12:47 with a 3:58 final 1,600 meters to boot. He becomes the 10th fastest man over the distance all time. Lopez Lamong came in behind with a time of 12:58.78, becoming just the 9th American under 13 minutes all time.
Lamong of the United States. Ahmed, of course, the national record holder of Canada, 12:58.16. And Lamong trying to become just the 9th American to break 13 minutes. Oh, so close last September. Well, Lopez losing some ground near on Ahmed. Well, Bob, in a year where, we're going to get few and far opportunities to get competition at a very high level, such a reflection on the depth here of the Bowerman Track Club as they're trying now to pull Lopez Lamong around as Ahmed comes down with a flurry.
That last lap was a 60. He's gone 61, 60, 60. Coming to the finish. What's the number going to be for Mohamed? 12:47, destroying his old Canadian record.
And here comes Lamong. Let's see if he can get through. It's going to be a sub 13.
Yes, 12:59.
Turning over to some rather disappointing news, Chicago Marathon event organizing committee decided to cancel the competition, making it yet another world marathon to be canceled in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. Other major marathons like New York City Marathon as well as Berlin Marathons have also recently announced cancellations. It looks like we will have to wait until next year to see the world record marathon matchup that everyone is waiting for between Eliud Kipchoge and Kenenisa Bekele. Back to the track, and following the big friendly meet that happened at the beginning of the month, a second installment between the Portland teams matchup was held. This race, dubbed the Bigger Friendly, featured various events on both men's and women's side. Some noteworthy results amongst them were laid down by Josh Kerr, who won the men's 1,000 meter distance at 2:17.60, and Klosterhalfen, who posted the world's leading time, winning her debut at the 1,000 meter distance in 2:37.05. Finally, in the 3,000 meter races, Craig Engels and Shannon Robury blew away their competitors. Engel ran a personal best of 7:53.28 to beat second place by 6 seconds, and Robury ran at 8:40.26 to win by a whopping 33 seconds. A few days later, we saw this happen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Norman ran a 9:86 for the 100 meter distance, joining Wade Van Niekerk as the only members of a sub 10:20.44 club. This performance now puts Norman tied 8th on the all-time US list and 17th on the all-time worlds list. At this same meet, we got to also see Sha'Carri Richardson run a 10:79, albeit wind-aided. The 100 meters showed that she will be a force to be reckoned with moving forward in the sprint events. She vaults into the conversation as a serious contender for a spot on the Olympic team with this performance. For our final race in the state of Portland this month, we had the third installment of the Intra-Squat Portland meet. Here, Kurzit Treiser blazed an incredible 4:00:02 1,500 meter performance, putting her in the top 10 American women of all time. Meanwhile, on the men's side, Canadian Mohamed Ahmed beat a strong field and carried on with his winning ways, taking the win with a PB of 3:34.89. On some relevant team news, Canadian record holder Gabriela DeBay-Stafford announced that she decided to join the Bowerman Track Club. She will pose a challenge and fantastic training partner for Shelby Houlihan and Kurzit Schweitzer. Some more unfortunate news also came to light regarding athletic suspensions. Following last month's Christian Coleman and Salwa Nasser missing test scandals, this month we saw prominent 1,500 meter athlete Elijah Manangoy, former marathon champion Wilson Kipsang, and U.S. Masters star Kevin Castillo also handed provisional suspensions. We will wait and hold on to see if any of those suspensions stick. Over in Jamaica, Elaine Thompson, who at the Rio Olympics in 2016 became the first Jamaican to win both sprint events at the same Olympics, ran a win-aided 10:73 100 meter race. On the men's side, Johan Blake returned off a long break, but was no match for MVP track club Julian Forte in the 100 meter distance. Forte clocked in at 9:96, just clear of Blake, who came in home at 10:07 for second place. And for our final meet, we return back to the Claremont National Training Center. Here, Shawnee Miller-Ebo ran a lifetime best in the 100 meter dash with a win-legal effort of 10:98 seconds, joining Germany's Maria Koch, France's Maria Jose Perec, and American Valerie Briscoe-Hooks as the only female sprinters to run sub-11 in the 100 meter distance, sub-22 at the 200, and sub-49 at the 400 meters during their careers. Later on, we saw crowd favorite Noah Lyles prevailing against Canada's Andre DeGrasse by a 9:93 to 9:97 margin. This is in a win-aided 100 meter final, but the highlight of the men's competition was New Balance athlete Trayvon Bromell clocking in a win-legal 9.90 in the prelims, his fastest time since the 2016 U.S. Olympic trials. Bromell, who ran 9:84 in 2016, elevated to number 2 in the world this year behind a win-legal 9:86 effort achieved Monday by Nike professional Norman at the AP Ranch High Performance meet in Dallas. Bromell didn't compete in Friday's final, but his recent performance have to lead anyone to believe he will be in the conversation for a spot on this Olympic team. Following day, Miller Ebo, representing Adidas and Pure Athletics, clocked a world-leading 21.98 seconds in the 200-meter distance. Miller Ebo now boasts the fastest win legal marks in the world this year in the 100-meter distance, 200-meter distance, and 400-meter distance as well. Noah Lyles, on the same day, ran a win legal 19.94 200-meter distance to take over the world lead this year, but only after Bahmanian star and fellow Adidas professional Stevie Gardner clocked a win legal 19.96 in his section.
Such a great start, and Noah Lyles had to chase him down. In a race that also had Divine Odeduru and Andre de Grasse, Lyles comes out the winner. And this time a good start. Good start for Lyles. Out in 7. Kyrie King on the outside as well, but here comes Trayvon.
Well, there you have it. This was RunRank's monthly update, your one source for the latest information of the world of athletics. If you want us to keep making more videos like this, and you like this monthly update format, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. We encourage you to check out the links in the description below to read more about these stories and see direct footage from each of these races.